for basic sciences, technology, and innovation.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now call upon the University Chaplain, Professor Father Lawrence Joroge, to lead the congregation in prayer.
Thank you. As we celebrate this joint Jkuat 46th and 14th Pausti graduation ceremony, our prayer of invocation to Almighty God will be inspired by the prayer of joy and thanksgiving, prayer number 259 in Professor Canon John S. Mbiti's book, The Prayers of African Religion. Thanks to God for his gifts. O our Father, a great elder, we have no words to thank you, but with your deep wisdom, we are sure that you can see how much we praise your glorious gifts. O our Father, when we look upon your greatness, we are confounded with awe. O great elder, ruler of all things, both on heaven and on earth, we are your children, and we are ready to act in accordance with your will. We invoke your blessing upon those graduating and upon all who have supported them in their journey, upon all our visitors, upon the leadership of Jkuat and Pausti, and upon all in this gathering. And we ask this through your eternal Spirit, who lives and reigns forever and ever. Amen.
May we take our seats?
Forever and
Mr.
ever.
Chancellor, sir,
Amen.
I now call upon the Registrar, Academic Affairs, to announce the health and safety protocols. May we take our seats?
Forever and
Mr.
ever.
Chancellor, sir,
Amen.
I now call upon the
Mr.
Registrar,
Chancellor, sir,
Academic Affairs, to
I wish
announce
to
the
make
health
the
and
following
safety
announcements
protocols.
to the 46th Jkuat
May we take our
congregation.
seats?
1, the congregation is reminded that there is no zero risk when it comes to a gathering like this. In this respect, we request that we wash hands, sanitize regularly, and in this respect, we have provided water points in designated areas for ease of access. We also advise that you cough and sneeze away from everybody and cover your nose and mouth with bent elbow or use tissues. Secondly, designated areas on washroom facilities. There are washroom facilities in various locations on the campus as follows. We have mobile units at the back of the dais. We also have fixed units adjacent to the dais on my left. Secondly, there are mobile units behind the main tent near the library. We also have mobile units around the new science complex and around the Sumitomo area on that bend. Thirdly, on first aid, Jkuat Hospital staff, St. John's Ambulance, together with the Jkuat Red Cross Club members, are located next to the tennis court on my left and are on standby to offer help on security when it is needed. Kenya Police, University Security on security, and the Jkuat Kenya Police engineering students, University Security officers, and the Jkuat Marine engineering students uniforms are on location. Feel free to identify them from their uniforms. However, feel free to contact them in case remind us that you are advised to take. We wish to remind us that you are advised to take proper care of your personal property to avoid losses. Security begins with you. You are advised to take proper care of your personal property to avoid losses. And security begins with you. Green environment. On cleanliness, please we remind the congregation that Jkuat is a clean and green environment. Please do not litter. Waste material, drop all waste material and other points across the university compound. And finally, on lost and found items, we wish to let the congregation belong to you. Kindly take it to the lost and found tent that is found behind this dais, so that the owner may access it with ease. Asanteni sana.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I know graduates and guests,
Access it
we are live on our social media,
Asanteni
live
sana.
on YouTube, Facebook, and X. At Discover on our social media pages on YouTube. Mr. Chancellor, sir, you at. I know the graduation booklet and guests, Facebook and X, that we are live on our social media pages on YouTube. Mr. Chancellor, sir, and X. I now call upon the entertainment coordinator you at. The graduation booklet can be to present and brief Mr. Chancellor, entertainment program. I now call upon the entertainment coordinator to present and brief entertainment program.
Mr. Chancellor, sir. I take this opportunity to present a brief opportunity students, University Choir will be presenting 4 songs. University Choir in front of us will be presenting 4 songs. Beautiful choir in front of us, and with African in black, beautiful black being our color, which is African, the truest essence black, that we are Africans, our color, and red, which is the parents and guardians. The choir parents and guardians. The choir is produced and directed by Joe Kenywa, and also in coordination is Madam Beatrice. Welcome.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. My name is Castro Vera, and I'm gonna do a reading, The Escape by Beatrice Kamonjo. Today is my graduation, a day of positive vibration. Mama's words have found fruition. It shall surely rain, no toil without gain, nothing is in vain. Yet, not long ago, my life was not always a celebration. Up and down the hammer struck as Mama was a stone manger, for Father had grown wings and flown, leaving us languishing in absolute abject poverty, living in a tiny, tight tin house, huddled in a graveyard. Yet the dying lantern refused to give in every night. Books were open from dusk till dawn. The fight for faith continued. Then I was congratulated for passing my exams, but I was still living in a tiny, tight tin house, huddled in the graveyard. Then hope came. My dreams that had stood at the grave, I found as hope, a scholarship, and an escape. I climbed mountains of books, I drank from fountains of knowledge, and today I stand before you, not because life was easy, no, but because of my unwavering faith in education. I stand here as testimony, thanking everybody who held my hand. Mama, thank you for unwavering faith. Mazee, asanteni sana kusimama na mimi. My lecturers, you've engineered a path with knowledge. And Jkuat, oh Jkuat, thank you for opening doors where walls once stood, for nurturing my dreams into purpose and turning my determination into a graduation and a celebration. Today, Mama's words have found fruition. Professor Ngumi, thank you for the power to read and do as appertaining that you are about to confer to me shortly. Today, I have escaped from the tiny, tight tin house huddled in the graveyard, and I'm feeling good.
Let us applaud our musicians. Thank you very much, University Choir and the Music Club of Jkuat. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now call upon the Vice Chancellor to take over the program.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I'd like to recognize the following guests who have come to be with us today. Dr. Richard Lisiampe, Kenyatta National Hospital. Dr. Fidelis Tharakanithi, Dr. Rukia Atikia, Director General NITA, Abdirakim Abdullahi, SOKRA, Dr. Joseph Mutua, Representative CEO and Vice Chancellor, Kemri University, Honorable Adan Cabello, Director, Oxfam, Professor James Muola, Machakos University, Dr. Virginia Kemani, Alupe University, Dr. Mambo B, Director General NEMA, Dr. Mwerigi Kula, Deputy Vice Chancellor, Finance and Administration, St. Paul's University, Professor Yukaria Kenya, representing VC, University of Embu, Dr. Solomon Mangira, representing Professor Winston Akala, Principal Koitalel Samoei University College. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I am proud to present the valedictorian of the 46th graduation ceremony, Miss Glory Kabirithu, who is graduating today with the Bachelor of Pharmacy. Beyond her academic pursuits, Glory is an active and dedicated member of the Jkuat Catholic Community, CATCOM, where she has participated in community service initiatives, including charity activities in various children's homes. She is also an active member of the Jkuat Pharmacy Students Association, JPSA, through which she has participated in patient safety activities, supported Medicamp health outreach initiatives, and contributed to health education within the wider Juja community. Her outreach efforts have focused on important health issues, including antimicrobial resistance and the responsible use of medicines. Her commitment to academic excellence, community service, professional development, and public health reflects the values of a well-rounded Jkuat graduate. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I invite Ms. Glory Kabirithu to address the congregation.
The Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Joseph Madudongo, the Chairman of the Council, Jkuat, Dr. James Michael Nsando, the members of the Council, Jkuat, the Vice Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Victoria Waboi Ngumi, distinguished guests, staff and students, alumni, parents and guardians, and my fellow graduates, good morning. It's a great honor to address you today as the valedictorian of the Jkuat 46th graduation ceremony. Looking across this sea of graduates in academic regalia, I'm struck not only by the beauty of the moment, but by what represents the years of handwork, sacrifice, resilience, and hope brought together. Fellow graduates, I don't know whether you know me. Well, some do. But we're in the same university, so all of us, we have something in common. My name is Glory Kabiridu, a graduate from the School of Pharmacy, or perhaps today you might call me Dr. Glory Kabiridu. As a pharmacist, I know that a normal human adult heart rate is between 60 to 100 beats per minute. Mine today, as I study here, I think it's close to 200. I would like to say it's mostly because of joy, but a generous dose of it is because of anxiety. And yes, I know how to manage anxiety pharmacologically. Please don't ask me why I've not prescribed myself something. A few years ago, we arrived at Jkuat carrying dreams, hopes, and ambitions. Today, we live with bigger dreams and a clearer sense of. Between these moments, we have late study sessions, demanding assignments, friendships, laughter, setbacks, and celebrations. They hot tested us, they changed us, and they prepared us for what comes next. But perhaps this is not the moment to fret about the future. It's a moment that deserves to be felt fully. Today is not simply about receiving a degree. It's about remembering a day to honor those who walked with us. We remember our families whose sacrifice often went unseen, the university management that provided us with conducive learning environments, our lecturers who taught us, guided, and challenged us. Of course, not forgetting our friends who patiently listened to us as we complained about classes and exams, and somehow remained our friends. Most importantly, our classmates, with whom we have traveled a long journey. We have studied together, we have struggled together, we have worried together, but thankfully, here we are celebrating together. Clock it. And that should remind you that you are capable of more than what sometimes we believe. Life after graduation will not always be easy. There will be disappointments, uncertainties, and difficult seasons. When they come, do not try to carry your whole future at once. Breathe in, breathe through, breathe out, and try again. Whatever path you choose, give it your very best. Stay curious, stay courageous, keep learning, and when life tests you, remember what today proves. You have overcome difficult things before. Congratulations. Celebrate how far you have come and step forward with confidence into all that lies ahead. God bless you all. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I invite the 46th graduation ceremony alumni representative Dr. Rukia Atikia, PhD. Dr. Rukia Atikia is a Kenyan strategic management expert, academic, and public administrator. She is the current Director General of the National Industrial Training Authority, NITA. Dr. Atikia has over 2 decades of experience in leadership, strategy implementation, and business management. She previously served as director at the Kenya School of Government, campus, where she also holds roles as acting campus director and deputy director of learning and development at the Lower Kabete campus, enhancing industrial training, strengthening partnerships, and positioning the authority as a leader in skills development in Kenya. Atikia.
The Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Joseph Matthew, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Honorable Julius Migos, the Chairperson of the University Council, Dr. James Mika Onsando, the members of the University Council, the Vice Rector, Pan-African University, Professor Bolanda, the Vice Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Victoria Ngumi, distinguished guests, staff, students, parents, and fellow alumni. Good morning. Good morning once again. Yeah, I'm really honored to return to Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. And for us, and I would say I'm so proud to be back home. This is the institution that we proudly call home. And for me, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology is where my dreams were nurtured, character shaped, and purpose found direction. It is here that I learned that education is not only earning a qualification, but also about preparing oneself to make a meaningful contribution to the society. This university has shaped some of the most defining moments of my life. On 29th July 2009, I graduated with my undergraduate degree. On 28th July 2011, I returned for my master's degree. Then on 27th November 2015, I had a privilege of receiving my Doctor of Philosophy in this same university. 3 graduations, 3 milestones, 3 reminders that learning is a lifelong journey. Each time I walked across this stage, I left with not just a certificate, but with greater responsibility, fresh ambition, and renewed commitment to serve. Looking back today, I realized that those 3 walks prepared me for the journey that eventually led me to serve as the Director General of the National Industrial Training Authority. Standing here today also brings back the fond memories of the student life. I suspect some things have never changed. There were moments when deadlines seemed to arrive much faster than expected, times when one more cup of coffee somehow felt like solution to every assignment. And of course, the anxious wait to confirm that your name had indeed appeared in the graduation list. Today, there is no need to check again. You are here and you have earned every moment of this celebration. To the graduating class of 2026, congratulations. Today celebrates not only your academic achievement, but also your resilience. Behind every graduation gown is a story of perseverance, sacrifice, and determination. Some of you balanced work and study, others overcame financial and personal challenges, and yet through discipline and persistence, you have reached this important milestone. I also wish to pay tribute to parents, guardians, lecturers, mentors, families, and friends. Your achievement is also theirs. They encouraged you when the journey became difficult, celebrated your progress, and believed in your potential. Let us acknowledge them with our heartfelt appreciation. Graduates, as you prepare for the next chapter, allow me to share one lesson from my role in the National Industrial Training Authority. Through my engagement with employers across diverse sectors of the economy, one message emerges consistently. Employers need graduates who are innovative, adaptable, ethical, and solution-oriented, and who can combine academic knowledge with practical competencies and a commitment to continuous improvement. That is why I encourage you to never stop learning. Invest in new skills, be curious, embrace technology, and seek mentors. Welcome constructive feedback, and the greatest competitive advantage you can possess is in the ability to learn, adapt, and grow throughout your career. As graduates of Jkuat, you are uniquely positioned to contribute to Kenya's industrial and technological transformation. The education you received equips you not only to look out for employment, but to create opportunities, develop innovations, strengthen institutions, and solve societal problems. Our country needs graduates who can transform knowledge into productivity, research into innovation, and ideas into enterprise that creates jobs and improves life. Allow me to leave you with one personal reflection. When I graduated here in 2009, I could not have imagined that one day I would return to this stage as an alumni addressing a graduating class and leading a national institution. Life can take you and us places. We should have to places we have never imagined, and what remains is purposeful resilience through challenges and willingness to keep growing. Perhaps among the thousands of graduates seated here before me would be future cabinet secretary, vice chancellor, governor, CEO, or even the future director general of the Industrial Training Authority. One day, one of you would return to this stage to inspire other great generation. When that day comes, I hope you will remember where the journey began and the people who helped you make your first steps. For many of us, that first step began right here in Jkuat. As you leave this university today, remember this, that your degree is evidence that you have learned. Your life will become evidence of how you choose to use that knowledge. Lead with integrity, serve with humility, innovate with courage, and pursue excellence with discipline. And wherever life takes you, remain proud ambassadors of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Congratulations once again to the class of 2026. Thank you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now invite the Rector of Pan-African University to address the congregation.
The Chancellor, sir.
I'm here on behalf of the rector, who is unavoidably absent. The Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Joseph Matthew, the Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Dr. Julius Ogamba, other Cabinet Secretaries present, the Principal Secretary, State Department of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Iyangala, other Principal Secretaries present, the Chairman of Council, Jkuat, Dr. James Mika Ozando, members of Council, Jkuat, the Vice Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, our dear sister and mother, Professor Victoria, delegates from the African Union Commission and the Pan-African University, all the way from Yaoundé, Cameroon, development partners, and faculty, staff and students, alumni, parents, guardians, and sponsors, dear graduates, ladies and gentlemen, from the rector of the Pan-African University, and I stand here this morning, I read his speech. Good morning, ceremony of the Pan-African University Institute for Basic Sciences, Technology, and Innovation. Today, also celebrates 71 graduates, comprising 25 Doctor of Philosophy and 46 Master of Science graduates, drawn from programs engineering, mathematics, molecular biology, and biotechnology, mechatronic engineering, and mechanical engineering. Their achievements of the Africa's determination to cultivate the knowledge, scientific capacity, and leadership required to shape its own future. Technology, our development partners, faculty, staff, families, and all who have invested in this, express our special appreciation to Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology for its enduring academic partner, providing infrastructure, mentorship, and the enabling environment in which talented young Africans can pursue relations. You have completed a journey that tested you intellectually, professionally, and personally through rigor and mentors who sacrifice guardians and encouragement helped bring you to this milestone. Power depends on a critical mass of Africans equipped to generate knowledge, develop solutions, and lead with a profound sense of continental the same. This is the distinctive mission of the Pan-African University. Across our institute, student intellectual purpose. For that reason, our success cannot be measured only by the qualifications we are award. It must also be measurable from food systems. Public health, energy, urban development, environmental sustainability, and climate resilience. The theme, the communities, will demand collaboration among continental institutions, national governments, university institutions, national governments, university development partnership across our institute so that African scholarship can respond more decisively to African priorities. That commitment, however, in conclusion, dear graduates, you leave Pausti with far more than academic qualifications. You carry specialized knowledge, research, and apply what you have learned to solve real problems and create opportunities for yourselves and for others. Let the quality and con another. The relationships formed here are part of PAU's enduring strength. Use them to collaborate across disciplines. As you begin the next stage of your journey, remember that you carry the name, the promise, and the values of the Pan-African University to your leadership. Once again, I say, on behalf of the Rector, Professor John Kulidiati, congratulations to all the PAU graduates and the Jkuat graduates. I wish you success, fulfillment, and lasting impact in all your future endeavor. Asante Sana. God bless you.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I'd like to welcome the following guests who have come to be with us today. Professor Walter Oyawa, member of the Governing Board, International Science Council. Mr. Joseph Musyoki, Commission for University Education. Charles Nyangito, Head of Public Sector Coverage, KCB. Timothy Musao, Senior Relationship Manager, KCB. Eric Ratemo, Manager, Jkuat Branch, KCB. Abuto George Omolo, Deputy Chief Conservator of Forest, Kenya Forest Service. Monica Akumu, Homa Bay County Coordinator, NACADA. George Matundura, Interior County Commissioner, Kiambu County. The Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Joseph Mathu Ndongo. Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Honorable Julius Migos Ogambo, ably represented today by the PS State Department for TVET, Dr. Esther Moria. Other cabinet secretaries present today: Principal Secretary, State Department of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangala. Other Principal Secretaries present: the Vice Rector, Pan-African University, Professor Bulanle Akeredolo Ali. The Chairman of Council, Jkuat, Dr. James Mika Onsando. Members of Council, Jkuat, fellow Vice Chancellors, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors and High Commissioners to Kenya, national and county leaders present, representatives of various universities and organizations, distinguished guests, staff and students, alumni, parents and guardians, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Mr. Chancellor, sir, it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this joint graduation ceremony, the 46th for Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, and the 14th for Pan-African University Institute of Basic Sciences, Technology, and Innovation. Today we celebrate 4,035 graduates at master's level, 3,818 at bachelor's level, 194 at diploma level, and 127 at certificate level. The remaining 71 are from Pausti, comprising 25 PhDs, 46 master's graduates. We also congratulate the 54 students who recently completed their programs at our Technical and Vocational Education and Training Institute at Current Campus, TVET. To all our graduates, I offer my warmest congratulations. This milestone reflects your determination and sacrifice, together with the invaluable support of your parents, guardians, sponsors, faculty, and staff. Ladies and gentlemen, the qualifications we are conferring today represent more than academic accomplishments. They reflect the university's commitment to providing relevant and high-quality training that prepares graduates to respond to the changing needs of society. It is this commitment, together with the strong performance of our graduates in industry and public service, that has enabled Jkuat to remain among the country's most preferred universities. This confidence is reflected in the placement of 7,649 students at Jkuat for the September 2026 intake to pursue courses in agriculture and food science, engineering and technology, pure and applied sciences, health sciences, law and social sciences, all of which are central to Kenya's development agenda. As we prepare to welcome these students, we continue to align our academic offerings with emerging national and global needs. This year, the university introduced the Bachelor of Communication and Marketing, Bachelor of Science in Revenue Administration and Technology, Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Nautical Science. We are also embedding outcome-based education in our engineering programs as we work towards their accreditation under the Washington Accord alongside the international standing of our marine engineering program and the ongoing preparations for competency-based education, these developments reflect our efforts to keep our training relevant and broaden the academic and professional opportunities available to our students. Ladies and gentlemen, in support of the government's expertise to initiatives of national importance. In particular, the university is assembling and deploying digital devices to learning institutions and digital hubs, helping to widen access to technology and public services. Through the Maritime Technology Cooperation Center for Africa, we are strengthening maritime industry's capacity to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and adopt cleaner practices. Our experts have also contributed to the formulation of Kenya's National Artificial Intelligence Strategy, which provides a framework for the responsible use of artificial intelligence in national development. This contribution of expertise is further reflected in Professor Joseph Muliaro Wafula's service on the Committee of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, Agriculture and Climate Change Pillars of Kenya. Can we give him a clap, please? In the health sector, Jkuat is working with the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization towards establishing the National Assistive Technology Center of Excellence to improve access to appropriate technologies and service for persons with disability. Mr. Chancellor, sir, our research and partnerships are guided by our clear principle: knowledge must improve people's lives. In Nyandarua County, Jkuat and Fujita Cooperation, through the Africa Eye Japan project, are supporting farmers to improve potato production through better soil management, certified seed, and flood control practices. JHub Africa, a digital innovation platform based here at Jkuat, has developed Dairy Hubber, a mobile application that connects dairy farmers with consumers, processors, and other industry players, helping to address market inefficiencies and promote fair pricing. In addition, our wheelchair project with Motivation Charitable Trust has distributed more than 600 wheelchairs and is developing stronger adjustable models suited for rough terrain. Further, the new phase of the Africa Eye Japan project will continue to strengthen research, innovation, and scientific capacity across Africa, while partnerships with institutions such as Vives Universities of Applied Sciences continue to expand opportunities for staff and students. The distinction of our students gives further expression to this spirit of excellence. At the 2025-2026 Huawei ICT competition global finals held in Shenzhen, China, Catherine Atieno, a telecommunication and information engineering student, was part of the Kenyan team that won the highest award in the cloud track, Joanne Kinoti, Faith Mosonik, and Malini Minayo, all Bachelor of Science in Computer Science students, secured second prize in the computing track. Their outstanding performance earned them national recognition and an invitation to State House, where I had the privilege of accompanying them. This demonstrates the growing strength of Kenya's young talent in the digital sector. I now request Catherine, Joanne, Faith, and Melanie to stand and be recognized by the Chancellor. Okay, I think we can recognize them in absentia. Further, I congratulate all our students who represented Jkuat with distinction in various competitions, including the Nuremberg Moot Court competition in Germany by our law students. Can we clap for them, please? The Impulse of Knowledge contest in Russia, and the inaugural East African Physiology quiz in Rwanda by our medical students. We can clap for them. Beyond academics, our students have also distinguished themselves in sports, earning honors in karate, chess, hockey, American football, rugby, and Scrabble. We can also recognize them by clapping for them. We congratulate all our students for their wonderful performance. Similarly, our staff continue to demonstrate the international reach and influence of JKUAT scholarship. I commend Professor Kenneth Ngure of the School of Public Health on his appointment to the World Health Organization Technical Advisory Group, specifically on sexually transmitted infections, as well as his election as the president of the International AIDS Society. I also congratulate Dr. Jacqueline Mosinya Nyaberi of the School of Public Health on her appointment as the chair of the East African PhD Hub for 2026. I equally commend the members of staff recognized at the Kenneth Excellence Awards. These achievements bring distinction to the university and set a worthy example for our students and emerging scholars. Before I conclude, I wish to recognize our partners, collaborators, parents, guardians, and other stakeholders whose support enables the university to fulfill its mandate. In particular, I thank DAAD, Erasmus Plus, and JICA for their continued investment in our students, research, and academic programs. Graduates, as you leave the university, I'm now talking to graduates. As you leave the university, remember that your education carries both opportunity and responsibility. The world is changing rapidly, and the knowledge you possess will need to be matched by sound judgment, adaptability, and integrity. Whatever professional path you pursue, remain curious and willing to learn. Use your skills to serve society and create opportunities for yourself and others. Build meaningful professional relationships, but never allow ambition to separate you from the values that have brought you this far. Always remember that as part of Jkuat and Pausti community, your conduct will shape how others regard these institutions. Carry their names with honor and remain connected to those who supported your journey. On behalf of the university, I congratulate you once again and wish you fulfillment and success in the years ahead. May God bless you all. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I wish to welcome the following guests who have come to be with us. Jane W. Karanja, Chairperson, Kiambu County Coordinator Stakeholders Association. Daniel Ndege, Deputy County Commissioner, Juja Sub-County. Ms. Mai Toda, Project Coordinator, Africa Eye Japan Project. Dr. Rintaro Kinoshita, JICA Expert, Africa Eye Japan Project. I now invite the Chairman of Council to address the congregation.
The Chancellor, Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Joseph Matundungu, the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Education, Honorable Julius Migos Ogamba, ably represented today by the Permanent Secretary, State Department of TIFED, Dr. Esther Mouria, the Rector, Pan-African University, represented by Professor Polanare Idowu, other PAU officials present, fellow council members, Vice Chancellor Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, Professor Victoria Wamboi Ngumu, national and county leaders present, representatives of various universities and organizations, distinguished guests, staff and students, alumni, parents, guardians, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is with great pleasure that I address this joint graduation ceremony of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology and the Pan-African University Institutes of Basic Sciences, Technology, and Innovation. Today marks the culmination of years disciplined study, research, sacrifice, and perseverance. On behalf of the University Council, I warmly congratulate every graduate. Graduates, oye! Graduates, oye! It is your day today. I also commend the faculty, supervisors, and administrative teams whose decisions has prepared the candidates for this day, and I thank the parents, guardians, sponsors, and families whose steadfast support has sustained them throughout their academic journey. Mr. Chancellor, sir, Jkuat is honored to host Pausti, a partnership through which the university and the African Union Commission continue to advance a shared continental mission. It brings together talented scholars from across Africa to strengthen postgraduate training research while nurturing the scientists, engineers, and innovators needed to address the continent's development priorities. The achievements we celebrate today will showcase what can be accomplished when institutions pool their knowledge, infrastructure, and experience in advancing the aspirations of Agenda 2063. The Africa we want. The University Council remains committed to providing strategic direction and sound governance as Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology fulfills its mandate in teaching, research, innovation, entrepreneurship, and community service. At this juncture, I will ask members of the council to be upstanding and to wave to the congregation. Be seated. This team has been carefully selected by government. They are Kenyans that come in with diversity of skills, and I have found the team extremely rewarding and extremely committed to seeing this university move to the next level. And thank you very much, council members. The recent midterm review of our 2023 to 2027 strategic plan has enabled the university to assess progress across leadership and governance, market-driven training, research, and innovation, financial management, resource mobilization, and operational services. I'm pleased to report that the review indicates that Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology has achieved a 94% performance, a club to the university. This gives us the evidence required to consolidate our gains, address emerging challenges, and keep the university responsive to the needs of students, industry, government, and society. The strategic direction we took to focus on commercialization of research outputs, innovations, and patents is beginning to pay off. We are at very advanced stages to launching 2 to 3 commercial products before the end of this year. These are products which have been scrutinized, and they have met the well-known commercial criteria of profitability, return on investment, market appeal, market size, and our ability to produce those products. This is one of the key strategies by Council and the university management. At this juncture, I will want to commend the leadership of this university. And let me take this opportunity to ask the Madam Vice Chancellor and the Deputy Vice Chancellors to stand and wave. I am extremely grateful to this team. As we all know, the university has several structures that govern it. And at this juncture also, I would like to ask members of the Senate present to be upstanding and wave to the congregation. Ladies and gentlemen, A university exists to create knowledge. A university exists to disseminate the knowledge. But this cannot happen if you don't have a solid Senate. And I'm here to testify that we have a solid Senate, and congratulations to the Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, artificial intelligence, data science, and advanced manufacturing are rapidly reshaping economies and professions. Nations that deliberately build capacity in these technologies will be better positioned to harness their potential for development. In this regard, I note with satisfaction that Jkuat has joined the United Nations Artificial Intelligence Capacity Development Network as one of its founding members. The networks provide a platform for international cooperation in areas such as skills development, computing infrastructure, data governance, and the responsible use of artificial intelligence. Jkuat and Pausti are in a good place to provide synergies in this ecosystem. Ladies and gentlemen, the quality of any university ultimately rests on its human capital. As the employer, the University Council remains committed to staff development, career progression, inclusion, and the provision of conducive working environment. As at June 2026, the university is supporting the 3 members of staff pursuing further studies, comprising of postdoctoral fellows, 30 PhD candidates, and 2 master's students, while a further 49 staff members have been sponsored to attend various short courses and professional development programs. During the same period, 107 technical staff were promoted and 42 new employees appointed to address staffing needs in critical areas. The university has also continued to advance workplace inclusion, with the gender balance approaching parity. On disability mainstreaming, 16 members of staff, representing 2.6% of the workforce, are persons with disabilities. While this represents progress, Council remains committed to attaining the 5% representation, which is the target. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the growing demand for our programs continues to place considerable pressure on the university teaching and research facilities. To ease these constraints, construction of the College of Engineering and Technology building has reached advanced stage. However, accommodation still remains to be a challenge. And at this juncture, I would like to thank the government of Kenya through the initiative by His Excellency the President for affordable housing. We were lucky to be considered for that slot, and we thank the government. Ladies and gentlemen, effective financing of higher education is a strategic investment. In enhancing the in-country expertise, research capacity, infrastructure, and the innovation required to secure our national development, the persistent funding, however, continues to affect our academic research and infrastructural development. As a council, through the ministry, Madam PS, we will appeal for some extra funding, if possible. We know the competition for money is high, so that we can reinvest in this area. Additionally, the university requires substantial support to rehabilitate, upgrade its internal road network, and to implement lasting solutions to the periodic flooding that disrupts movement, damages infrastructure, and affects normal university operations. These facilities are essential to the university's ability to provide conducive learning and working environment. The university on its part is pursuing greater operational efficiency, rigorous financial stewardship, stronger partnerships, and new revenue streams from innovation and enterprise. These institutional efforts must be complemented by sustained, adequate, and timely support from government. This is particularly important as Kenya prepares for the National Development Framework that will succeed Vision 2030. Dear graduates, today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. As you take on new roles, you will be expected to exercise sound judgment, act with integrity to earn the confidence of those around you. The true value of your education will be reflected in the contribution you make, whether by strengthening institutions, solving social challenges, or creating opportunities for others. As you pursue your chosen paths, remain curious, courageous, and open to lifelong learning. In other words, graduates, as you go to the world, and the world is much bigger than Kenya. The world is continental, the world is regional, the world is global. As you go to the world, do everything and everything you can to differentiate yourself. What is it that is uniquely different in you, which you can deploy to assist yourself? Entrepreneurial capability will become extremely important for you as you navigate life outside there. Mine is to pray for you and to ask God to guide your steps, to nurture you, to protect you, and to make you shine. Once again, let me take this opportunity to congratulate you, the graduates. I wish you success and fulfillment in all your future endeavors. Thank you, and may God bless you. Graduates, oh yeah. Let me now take this opportunity to invite the representative of the Minister for Education, Bwana Ogamba, who's the PS of State Department of TFED, Dr. Esther Muria. But just to mention that Dr. Muria is a former worker or employee of Jkuat. So for her, she has just come home. She has come home with a very important mission to grace this occasion. But as she graces, it's not very easy. So then she comes here as an inspiration, particularly to the younger people. With those few remarks, Madam PS, you are most welcome.
The Chancellor Jkuat, Professor Joseph Matthew Dongo, the Vice Rector Pausti, Professor Bolanle Ali, the Chairman of Council Jkuat, James Mika Onsando, members of Council of this university, the Vice Chancellor Jkuat, Professor Wamboi Ngomi, other VCs present, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, High Commissioners of Kenya, national county leaders present, representatives of various universities and organizations, distinguished guests, staff, students, alumni, parents, guardians, graduates, good morning. Habari zenu? If you can see me, please wave me. God is good. And all the time. And I am a witness. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you greetings from my colleague and your peers, Dr. Beatrice Inyangala, who is in another university today, and my boss, CS Julius Ogamba, who I represent here today. Please receive their greetings. And I am delighted to be part of this joint graduation ceremony, the 46th for Jkuat and the 14th for Pausti. We are here not only to celebrate the academic achievements of our graduates, but also to recognize the development of human capital essential to Africa's economic growth and to addressing the continent's most pressing challenges. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I extend my warm congratulations to every graduate on reaching this significant milestone. I take this opportunity to thank the University Council, management and staff, together with parents, graduates, guardians, sponsors, and other stakeholders who support in various ways as contributed to the achievement we celebrate today. Mr. Chancellor, sir, the ministry takes great pride in the fact that Jkuat continues to distinguish itself as one of Kenya's leading institutions in training and research in technology, engineering, and agriculture. I am particularly pleased that the university has continued to expand its contribution in strategic areas such as the blue economy, mining, and health sciences. These efforts continue to support the government's development agenda and the country's pursuit of sustainable socio-economic transformation. On its part, the ministry remains committed to supporting higher education through appropriate policy frameworks and creation of an enabling environment. As we strive to deliver this role, I call upon our institutions of higher learning to make deliberate efforts to scale up promising innovations, like has already been said, and translate them into viable products, services, and enterprises. And Madam Vice Chancellor, I am very proud of you. I am very proud of the Council. I am very proud of members of staff with whom you are aware I worked with for a long time, to hear that we continue to scale up research into enterprises, because this is the way we are going to practically show these young people that we move from here to here and to here, and you can start your own enterprise. That is the way we are going to move away from creating people who are looking for jobs to creating people who are creating enterprises that are going to employ others. So when we do research, ladies and gentlemen, and there are great brains here, I had the opportunity to live with them for a long time, and I mean a long time. I was in this place for a long time. And what I want to say is, Chair, VC, and Professor Madhu, the Chancellor of this university is capable of demonstrating to young people that we can do the research here, get the product here, which is an innovation, be able to scale it to an enterprise so that they pick it up, start the enterprise, and that is how this country is going to industrialize. We are not going to continue singing the song of going to Singapore, and we are not taking active steps. We have to be deliberate about what we are saying. Mr. Chancellor, sir, I now exist in a space of doing. So we have to be extremely, and my boss told me to say this, extremely committed to what we have to do. If you forget everything else I will say, please do not forget the word doing. We have to be committed to doing what it is that we are promising with pen and paper that we can do. Please let us do it. And Madam VC, I am happy. I was in charge of organizing these graduations. And now I can see the standards have gone even higher. We used to struggle with the 10th year, which was too low. Now I can see mumepata ingine iko huko juu. And I like to see things which were here, now they are here, and tomorrow they will be there. That is how we are going to go to Singapore, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first finish reading the VC speech. Not VC, CS. As we are all aware, what is the noise for? Yeah?
Go on, they are saying one time, but go on.
Oh, okay. As you are all aware, the first cohort of learners under competency-based education is expected to enter our universities in 2029. I note with satisfaction that Jkuat has begun preparing its staff for this important transition. While acknowledging this progress, I urge the University Council to continue prioritizing facilities and equipment. It is therefore important that institutions strengthen financial stewardship, diversify their revenue resources, and pursue greater efficiency. To the graduates, I once again congratulate you on this important achievement. Congratulations. The qualifications you receive today attest to the knowledge, discipline, and perseverance that have brought you this far. I urge you to become agents of positive change in your chosen professions by applying your knowledge and skills to develop practical solutions to the challenges facing our country and continent. Remain committed to national cohesion, patriotism, and strive all society. Hongera sana. Go forth and transform the world. And you are only going to do that by remaining committed, enthusiastic, intentional, and deliberate. Remain curious, like the chair said. Differentiate yourself and for your community, and be counted as you leave some footsteps on the side of your time. Congratulations once again, and may the Lord bless you.
Very well put, Madam Pierce. Yeah. Thank you, thank you. Use this one.
Mr. Chancellor, sir, I want to recognize the following guests: Professor James Simuren Nampushi Olemuntet, DVC Administration, Finance and Planning, Masai Mara University.
Graduates, this is your day, but this day is not complete without a chancellor. Chancellor Professor Joseph Matundungu has shared we have shared some common, in our career development, some common area. He is an accomplished academic by any standard, a global class standard. He's worked globally. He is an accomplished leader, and he's an elder. So we are very privileged, Chancellor, that you are our Chancellor. With that background, graduates and the university community, we are not likely then not to make progress. Let me now take this opportunity to invite the Chancellor of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology. Mr. Chancellor, sir.
The Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Education, Honorable Julius Migos Ogamba, represented today by Dr. Esther Moria, Principal Secretary, State Department for TVET, the Principal Secretary, State Department for Higher Education, Dr. Beatrice Muganda Inyangara, the Rector, Pan-African University, represented today by Professor Bolanle Idou Akeledulu, other PAU officials present, chancellors of other universities, the chairman of Council of Jkuat, Dr. James Micah Onsambo, members of Council of Jkuat, the Vice Chancellor of Jkuat, Professor Victoria Wabui Gumi, Your Excellencies, the Ambassadors and High Commissioners to Kenya, national and county leaders present today, representatives of various universities and organizations, distinguished guests, staff and students, our valedictorian, Glory Kabirithu, alumni representative, Dr. Rukia Atikia, parents and guardians, graduates, Ladies and gentlemen, God is good all the time. I am indeed delighted to preside over this joint graduation ceremony of Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology and the Pan-African University Institute for Basic Sciences, Technology, and Innovation. To those who have traveled from different parts of Kenya, across Africa, and further afield, I extend a particularly warm welcome to you to Jkuat. Your presence adds meaning to a day when we celebrate our graduates and the shared commitment of our two institutions to education, research, and service. I also thank the parents, guardians, sponsors, faculty, and staff whose encouragement, guidance, and sacrifice have helped to bring our graduates to this moment. As Chancellor, it is a privilege to witness the distinction with which Jkuat continues to fulfill its mandate. I wish to acknowledge the leadership of Council, led by the Chairman, Dr. Onsando, Management and Senate, as well as the dedication of staff, parents, and partners whose collective efforts sustain the university's reputation for excellence. The recent distinction of Jkuat as a regional hub for software testing and quality assurance is especially worthy of recognition. By becoming the first university in the region to offer International Software Testing Qualifications Board certification, Jkuat has once again demonstrated its ability to mainstream internationally recognized professional standards in its academic programs. Ladies and gentlemen, I am equally pleased by the spirit of inquiry and public purpose evident in the university's research. Work in agricultural biotechnology, artificial intelligence, bioinformatics, and climate-resilient farming reflect a commitment to scholarship that responds to the realities of our communities. At Sajorek, the university's modern agricultural demonstration area has introduced high-value crops such as grapes and juncao, a high-yielding, drought-resistant fodder grass, providing a practical platform for learning and technology transfer. In Kakamega County, the establishment of a community seed bank and a micro distillery for converting sweet sorghum stems into bioethanol, animal feed, and biofertilizer are other examples of research translated into practical solutions. Such work reminds us of the need to ensure that such great university research never ends in publications. And Mr. Chairman, Vice Chancellor, I want to emphasize this. I have emphasized it since I joined Jkuat, that we need to ensure that any research we are doing goes to publications, but also has an impact to our communities and society. It is critical that it finds its way into farms, enterprises, public institutions, and households, where it would most likely improve livelihoods and widen opportunities. When we talk about sustainability, we have sustainability that has impact. That is extremely important. I commend the researchers, technical teams, and communities whose collaboration makes it possible. The university's partnership also deserves our appreciation. Through the Africa I-Japan project, the long-standing relationship among Jkuat, Pausti, and JICA continues to strengthen scientific training, research, and innovation. Collaborations with Vives University of Applied Sciences and our Pajeta Conservancy are opening further opportunities for student exchange, conservation education, and applied research. Such relationships enrich the experience of our students and scholars while extending the reach of the university. I thank all our partners for this confidence they continue to place in Jkuat. I also wish to acknowledge the university's continuing engagement with communities beyond the campus. Through educational visits to our demonstration farms and other facilities by primary and secondary school learners, farmer training programs for refugee and host communities in Kakuma, Turkana West, climate-smart irrigation initiatives, and Mukulima radio and TV programs, the university continues to share knowledge and practical skills with communities across the country. These efforts affirm the university's responsibilities extending beyond teaching and research to making knowledge accessible and useful for the public good. I am indeed grateful to the staff, students, partners, and community members who continue to sustain this important tradition of outreach. Ladies and gentlemen, I join the Vice Chancellor in congratulating the 5 Jkuat scholars who were recently honored at the Kenneth Research Excellence Awards. Dr. Karen Kaverere, Professor Mwangi Wawero, Dr. Michael Kimwele, Ms. Joyce Gishoki, and Professor Kenneth Gure. This recognition speaks volumes to the quality and growing influence of research undertaken at this university. I also once again warmly congratulate Professor Kenneth Gure on his appointment to the World Health Organization Technical Advisory Group on Sexually Transmitted Infections, and Dr. Jacqueline Mosinya Nyaberi on her appointment as chair of the Eastern Africa PhD Hub for 2026. These appointments extend the influence of Jkuat scholarship into important regional and global spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, let's appreciate these achievements. Similarly, I am delighted that our students have continued to represent the university with distinction. I commend Raidan Hawi and his colleagues in Team Duni Africa on winning the 2025 Call for Code Global Grad Prize, an artificial intelligence innovation designed to enhance the safety of workers in Kenya's informal sector. Again, we appreciate them. Together, these achievements by our staff and students reflect a university whose vision and talent continue earning recognition beyond its gates while applying knowledge to challenges. The welfare of students remains an essential part of the university's experience. I commend the efforts that bring together the university, student leaders, security agencies, and the wider Juja community in support of a safer and more harmonious environment. I am also pleased with the university's efforts to support the holistic development of students through initiatives that promote mental well-being, strengthen and congratulate the recently elected leaders of the Jomo Kenyatta University Students Association, and encourage them to lead with integrity, humility, and a genuine commitment finally, to the graduates. Graduates, hello? Hello? Kama unaniona, unisalimie. I cannot forget to mention that this congregation here is very balanced. I looked at the booklet, and out of the over 5,035 graduates, more than 2,000 are men, more than 2,000 are females. What a balance. So we clap for ourselves. Now we celebrate the discipline, sacrifice, and perseverance that have led you to become the focus of this event. And as I said yesterday, this is your day. We celebrate, we make merry. Your qualifications will open new possibilities, but their greatest value will be seen in the judgment you exercise, the problems you help to solve, and the respect with which you treat others. I repeat, your qualifications will open new possibilities, but their greatest value will be seen in the judgment you exercise, the problems you help to solve, and the respect with which you treat others. Curious, continue curious, and allow integrity to guide you, especially when the easier choice is not the right one. As you leave, remember that you remain part of Jkuat and the Pausti community. Keep alive the friendships and professional relationships you have formed here. Support those who come after you and carry the name of your institution with honor. May your careers be fulfilling, your contributions meaningful, and your lives a source of pride to your families, your institutions, and the communities you will serve. Congratulations to you all. I wish you every success in the years ahead, and I thank you very much, and God bless you.
Under class 1132J, Christine Akoth from Ulawe Apate Junior School in Siaya County, Nyanza region. It is an instrument from the Luo community. The player showcases and proud as she plays the traditional instrument in authentic style. Everybody sit down, relax, and enjoy yourselves.